Uh, Pregnancy's just never-ending fun. It's fun. Woo. Uh,
You know what else is fun? Never
what
ending
else
fun.
is fun, Woolie?
Assassin's Creed.
What?
I lied.
You did lie.
I've come to a conclusion, and I think I think every time I've said like that I've had franchise fatigue, I think it's actually that I'm just done. I don't know that like anything. I don't know that anything could really get me to want to play Assassin's Creed again.
Franchise fatigue cannot be used to describe Assassin's Creed, because I watched that trailer. I think it's for Mirage, and I was staring at it. I'm like, this is indistinguishable from any random pick from like 10 years ago.
But I think that was the point. I think the point with Mirage is return to the Middle East.
That's a bad idea.
Return to what we remember of the original setting. Return to
bad idea.
Altair.
You did too many of those.
But you know, and I think they're trying to they're probably going to play, like, if I'm not mistaken, there was an interview where they showed the first picture of it where they were like, yeah, you guys have been asking for it, and so we're finally doing it. We're going back.
No one has ever asked for that. No one.
You know?
That is not real. People have been asking for four things for the entirety of Assassin's Creed's lifetime. They want a modern day one, they want one in Japan, they want one in China, and they want one in India. That's the things. That's like, so
the side scroller adventure is obviously, you know, like that. We were like, oh, is that going to count? And no, that doesn't really count. I would raise my eyebrow and take a look and see what was going on with the if they went to Japan or China as a setting. Certainly, modern day. Okay, but here's the problem though. Wait, I just remembered. I used to think I wanted modern day, but then Watch Dogs came out. And I was like, never mind, I don't want it anymore.
You know what? Okay, so I want to say it was Sterling who talked about this like 8 years ago. And they described that if Far Cry 4 had come out in a world in which we had 8 less Assassin's Creed games, it could have had a shot at Game of the Year. But we did live in a world that had 10 Assassin's Creed games. If you just went back and like retroactively removed like every other Assassin's Creed game, all of them would be like beloved, right? But instead, every time one of them's pretty good, it's drowned in the fact that you played that game almost exactly as is 1 year ago. And the year before that. And the year before that.
The annualization.
And Watch Dogs is like the tipping point for that, because everybody had that exact thing happen to them. Where you played Watch Dogs and you're like, oh, this is literally Assassin's Creed in modern day. It's literally just another Assassin's Creed game, but it's modern day. And I'm so fucking like, I don't even know.
Thank you for scratching the itch that I didn't even fucking know was there, but now it turns out I didn't want you to scratch it.
I
leave it alone.
Even look at Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I don't know if they're good or bad. I genuinely don't know, because I played them and I was like, this is just the same fucking thing again. Okay, I can't even tell.
You reported in that Odyssey, Valhalla, and the other new one, whatever, Origin, yeah, I agree. Egypt, Greece, you know, the Vikings. Though that the new version of things was like you were having fun with those, right?
Yeah,
like, things were different. It was a different style trilogy.
Yeah, and Origins was pretty good, but it was way too long, to the point where I was already tired of it by the time the Greek one came out. And then the Greek one was even fucking longer. And then by the time the this Viking one came out, I was exhausted of the whole fucking idea. Like the games are so big, they're like 3 different games in one thing, but they come out every fucking year. It's like I saw somebody say Pat is exaggerating how many Assassin's Creed games come out. I think I am, because when Assassin's Creed Origins came out, that was like 4 games too long.
Yeah.
So when I played Assassin's Creed Mediterranean Greek thing, I felt I was already playing Assassin's Creed Origins 6.
So I had a moment some years ago when we were talking about it was after Black Flag, and then we were talking about Unity, and then I want to say Freedom's Cry or something like that. And it was like, and I was like, oh yeah, that would be like Assassin's Creed like 6 or 7. And then it turned out the game I was talking about was Assassin's Creed 12.
Okay, I'm just gonna go down the goddamn list.
I had a moment where I thought I was talking about part 7, and it turned out I was talking about part 12, and I went, all right, here we go. Jesus.
Here we go. We're gonna go now. From 2007 to 2023 is 16 years. Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations 4, Assassin's Creed 3, which is 5, Assassin's Creed 4, which is 6, Rogue, which is 7, Unity, which is 8, Syndicate, which is 9, Origins is 10, Odyssey is 11, fucking Valhalla is 12, Mirage is 13, and this list skipped over some games.
Portable games are all missing from that. Side-scrolling games are all missing from that.
So we're up to like 17, 18, 19 easy.
Yeah.
That is almost, that's like 1.3 a year.
Yeah. I like that's there because there was always the spin-off, the side, you know. I don't
like it's more than one a year. It is way more than one a year.
So that's it. I'm like I watched the trailer and I was like, no, it's not fatigue. It's like I quit. I retire. I don't need more bench time. I think I'm just out. Who knows what the future holds, right? You'd have to sway me over with something that catches me way off guard. I had no idea how much I thought sailing was cool until I experienced the first version of it in 3 and then Black Flag, right? Because Black Flag perfected
now
it.
Skull and Bones, by the way, no progress has been made in the last 6 months.
Zero happening ever on that. Nothing, no one, nothing. Except for the weird Singapore incentive nonsense structure or whatever that was.
I have to imagine there's a timer on that before Singapore just sues the company.
I played and liked the sailing in 3, and then they perfected it in Black Flag, and I was like taken completely out of the blue by how much I enjoyed that, and I didn't expect to. I think I would have to be brought on something like that, where I'm like, oh shit, I had no idea this was coming, but here we are.
No, and like I thought Assassin's Creed Mirage was like a dumb remake of the first game, and they're like, no, it's a new one, and I'm like, boy, I'm further out than I thought I was looking at that Assassin's Creed trailer. I'm like, wow, I don't even feel an emotion. I don't even feel disappointment. I'm feeling nothing. Wow.
It's kind of nuts because I feel as if like they could have switched it back to Prince of Persia and like let AssCreed rest for a minute. And you know what I mean? And they could have just dropped a couple pop games in some kind of new trilogy or whatever, and then run the clock out on that. And then eventually they go like, hey, look, we're returning. And everyone would be like, oh, okay, all right, maybe, you know. But instead they went, nah, fuck it, keep it going. You know,
I also
this time we're going to turn it around.
Before we move too far away, I also want to point out that all the modern Far Cry games are also Assassin's Creed games, and so is Watch Dogs 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
They're
in formula.
They're all the same fucking. They're all the same game
in formula.
Ubisoft made the same game like 30 times in the past 15 years.
Yeah, and I suppose Watch Dogs was the attempt to create a new franchise after AssCreed to like,
Yeah.
you know, to move into, right? Like to expand the concept, because Far Cry is still first person and ultimately has its own thing. But Watch Dogs could have been a weird torch pass of sorts. But
I should point out, I forgot something. Are you familiar with the racing game The Crew?
Yeah.
Yeah, you also need to climb towers in that game to unlock the map.
Okay.
With your car.
I just like every time I think about The Crew, I think about Lana yelling at me.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can. All right.
Yeah, just wow. If like can't care. Can't. And it sucks because I used to be proud. I used to be vicariously proud that I lived in the city that invented Assassin's Creed. Because wow, what a slam dunk! What a great series.
A huge fan. I was super hype on it. I talked about it a lot.
Yeah. I was like theory crafting what the next game could
where they're gonna go.
The visions.
Mm-hmm. I was like, man, remember? Oh shit! The comics went into here's a Templar that was like gonna be the Cross. It was David or Daniel Cross or whatever. It was like the anti Ezio or anyway, whatever. All right. So yeah, no, I
remember when you played as a sperm. I remember.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I thought that I just needed some time on the bench away from AssCreed, but it turns out that was a mirage. I don't think I'm ever. I don't know if I'm ever coming back.
No, it's gone.
Okay.
Like it says a lot that like two people like you and I who were like way into it and played a bunch of those games, they announced Assassin's Creed Japan and you were like, yeah, okay, fine. Like if that had happened 10 years ago, we would have shit.
Did they announce that?
Yeah, that got announced. That's real.
Okay.
You don't even remember that. Why? That's my fucking point. Yeah, perfect.